receiving a lot of requests on how to do Red Hot Mamacita, and this is the tutorial on it. I'm not going to do the performance because it's kind of long and I don't have that much time to do the performance and the tutorial. If you want to see the performance, you can go to my channel, and under videos you'll see a video called The Best Card Trick Ever, and that's Red Hot Mamacita. But this is just a tutorial on it. This is what you're going to need to do this trick. What you're going to need is just a blue deck of cards. You're going to need a blue card, Jack of Spades. It has to be a Jack, Queen, or King. Can't be any other card. You'll see why in a little bit. And you're going to also need the same card in a red. So you have the Jack of Spades in blue and Jack of Spades in red. And you're also going to need double-sided sticky tape. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to take some little small piece of double-sided tape, take it, and you're going to put it on the red card. You're going to put it on the face of it, right at the middle of the Jack, right about there on the red Jack of Spades. Just going to place it on. You can't really see it, but it's there. The reason why you had to choose a Jack, Queen, or King is if you put it on a regular card, let's say the Ace of Clubs or something, or the Five of Spades or something, if you put it on there, after a while this tape starts getting dirty and you can see it on there. So if you put it on the Jack, no matter how dirty it's going to get, you'll never see it. And the Jack of Spades is the best to use. So that's okay. So when you put it in the deck, what you're going to do is just cut off about 2/3 of the pack. You're going to take the blue Jack of Spades, you're going to place it in. Then what you're going to do is you're count 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to put the red Jack of Spades with a double-sided sticky tape on the front. You're going to put it on there. And then you're just going to close with the pack. Just like that. You don't need the double-sided sticky tape anymore. Try not to press on the deck too much. You don't want the Jack to stick to anything. So, yeah, that's all you're going to need. When you're ready to begin the trick, you're going to spread out the cards and say you have a normal blue deck of cards. When you hit the red card, which is right here, there's something, usually sometimes you have something, 2 cards stuck together. All you have to do is just turn your, just a little bit this way. What you're going to do is you're going to just peel this card off and let go. And it should be the Jack. And don't show them that it's the Jack. After you do that, if it's not stuck to anything, then you're fine. What you're going to do then is you're going to secretly count 4 cards after the red. You're not going to say it out loud, just in your mind. You have the red card, you reach the red card, and then you say, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Secretly count 4 cards after the red. So you have the red card, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to get a pinky break under those 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the red card comes. Okay, it's going to get a pinky break under those. And now what you're going to do is, as you're talking to them, you're going to take your right hand. This, you're not going to show them you're doing this. You're doing this as you're talking to them. You're going to take your right hand, put it over the deck like this. Grab it with your middle finger and your thumb. You're going to put this not over the whole deck, not really far to the edge, but about halfway. Then you're going to do this move, where you're going to let the packet in your left hand, which is under your pinky break, drop, and you're just going to bring it, and when it gets to right here, horizontal, you're going to turn the pack in your right hand over like this, and you're just going to turn it over like that. So after you've done that, from the bottom, you have the bottom's facing you, and the Jack of Spades, the red one, should be the 5th card. What you do is, as you're getting to the Jack, you see the Jack of Spades, and you pick up the Jack of Spades and every card to the right of it, and you just go like this, start talking that you could have picked any card, and it's just so you separate these 2. And when you put them back together, the packet in your left hand goes on top, just the 1 card, and actually like just the 1 card goes on top, and the Jack underneath just sits on the bottom like this, like that. And then as you're doing the Jack's on the bottom, you tell them to point to any card. Let's say they point to the 2 of Hearts. So the Jack is in your right hand, right? You just slide the Jack secretly you slide it underneath the 2 of hearts. So it'll be like this. You just slide it, you just slide it underneath 2 of hearts. You have the Jack of Spades and the 2 of hearts, just like that. Slide it underneath, and you just put the whole deck back together. And then you take your hand and your thumb and your middle finger, and you just put pressure right in the middle of the deck as you're talking to them. Don't do this. Don't get all crazy and just go like this and stuff. Do it casually and talk to them and saying, okay, we found a red card in there, and then after that I chose you to pick any card. Then you let go of the pressure and you say, okay, let's go find that red card. I saw that red card in here somewhere. And then when you get to it, you say, okay, there's only red, 1. And then when you do this, their card should be the red one. Obviously it's 2 cards, but they don't know that. So you put it down. At this point, the other Jack of Spades, the blue one, is on top of the deck. You just basically do a false shuffle and get it to the bottom. Now what you do is you do the Hindu false shuffle, where you just take cards from the top and you say, tell me when to stop. They say stop, and the Jack of Spades is still on the bottom. You say, okay, and take that one out and just put the rest on top. Then you say, okay, we have the Jack of Spades has a blue back and the 2 has a red back. Okay, then you say, okay, first put down the blue Jack, then you take the red, supposedly 2, you put it down like that. At this point, you're just talking to them, get them to concentrate off of the red card. You're just saying stuff like, okay, you chose the card and it was red. Then you told me when to stop and it happened to be the Jack of Spades. At this point, what you do is you peel off the Jack from the 2. See how this is the 2 and it's red? You just, when you pick up the card, you just peel off the Jack. But they think you're peeling off they think you're taking off the 2, but you're just taking off the Jack. And you're putting it down. The next card should be the 2 of hearts. And after that, you should have the Jack. So what you're going to do is you double lift to show that the next card is the Jack. You take the Jack, you place it down. Now what you're going to do is you say, okay, I'm going to try to switch you up so you wouldn't know which one's which. That you say, okay, that's going to be hard to do because obviously the Jack is blue back and the 2 is red back. Now what you do is you have the 2 on the bottom. That's very important to put the 2 on the bottom and then the blue one on top. I mean the red card on the bottom and then the blue one on top. Because you have the red on top, when you try to move it, it just kind of sticks a little bit and you can't really move it. If you have it this way, you can move it easily. What you're going to do, they think the 2 is red, okay? But actually the 2 is here and then the Jack is here. What you're going to do is you're going to show them like this. See, you say, okay, 2 is red and it's red here. What you're going to do in slow motion, it looks like this. As you're turning it over, as you're going like this, you're just sliding this card ahead. So sliding it ahead, sliding it back. Fast motion, it looks like you have the 2, the red card, like this. But you only do this once. You go like this, 2 the red, and then you just casually put it down. You say, okay, if I take the 2 and I just go like this, it actually absorbs the ink until it turns blue. Then you just do a magic gesture and get this card to turn red. Then all you do is just spread out the cards and say, okay, those are the only red cards in the deck. There's only 1 of each of those cards in the whole deck. Except don't go all the way to the end because then they're going to see the other Jack. So after you do that, you show them the 2 cards switch, the Jack is on the top. And that doesn't really matter. So after you do that, you have the Jack, the red, and the 2, the blue. And that's the tutorial on Red Hot Mamacita.